Obviously, it's a disappointing loss on the road to a good football team, and I give Virginia Tech credit, as always. They made more plays than we did. We didn't make enough plays today. You know, when you don't stop the run, and they are able to run the ball, and they pretty much ran it at will, in my opinion. You know, we'll evaluate where we are. We got an open week to check it out, but it's not up to the Pitt standards, my standards. Just extremely disappointed in the effort today. We made too many missed tackles on defense. And again, I give Drones credit. That guy's, I told you, he's a big tailback. He wasn't easy to get down. So was number 33, the tailback, was really good. But Drones was a man. I thought he played really well. He was able to throw a deep pass and do that. And then offensively, we didn't do anything. We had 2 explosive plays. Bub Means. That's kind of what we've been looking for. First series of the game, they were packing the box and we tried to run it, and they were down. And then, which we thought we came in thinking we could possibly run the ball like we did a year ago. Except, Izzy's not in the backfield. He pops some big runs. We just didn't run the ball, period. But we had 2 explosive plays, and Sebo had a nice, screen for a touchdown. But other than that, I didn't feel it at all. So we'll gather in the open week, do a major self-scout, figure out where we are, what we got to do to right the ship and figure it out.
Pat, you said it yourself. I mean, offensively, you guys didn't do anything. What leads you to not make a change for the guy who's running the offense?
You know what, Noah? Again, I think change is great. If you go back and look at the videotape, and I saw enough of the videotape, I don't have to go back and look at the tape. Phil was under pressure the entire game. Okay, he got sacked 4 times. Even when we had a completion, he's getting hit. Okay, every time. That is not an easy situation to put anybody in, and I still feel that's the guy back there making the plays. I mean, he had one ball that was not good in the flat and threw it at the feet. I don't know if it slipped out of his hand or what. Other than that, he made some nice throws, but he's under pressure all day. There's nobody. You can put Dan Marino in there. Dan Marino is not going to do anything. Okay, period. I mean, it's just, again, our line is patched up right now, and we've got to get better. I mean, on the turnover, I think, the second half, second play in the second half. Again, we make a run in the second half, and we got a T-screen. Defense gets a turnover, scoop and score. Things are looking good. There's no quit in that locker room. But the second play of the game, or second play in the third quarter, we miss on the left side, and Phil gets killed. And I thought we came up with the ball anyway, but I don't know what quarterback's going to sit back there and throw the ball effectively. When you have to do that, and you got to run the ball, and you can't run the ball, you got problems.
But what about the mental mistakes? What about the delay a game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left? What about the check downs on 4th and 20? That's not pressure related, is it?
Hey, can you throw it deep? Can you, I mean, you don't have time.
Yeah.
You don't have time, though. You got to throw the check downs. You got to, try to take what they're going to give you. I mean, they're back 20 yards. The delay games and the noise was a factor. We didn't. Last time I came down here, we shut the crowd down. There was no crowd. Those fans were in there for, for the entire game. We left them in the game for the entire game, and we didn't quiet the crowd at all. We kept them in the game. The cadence wasn't easy as much as we worked it, and late in the game, you got young guys that are false starting. I mean, poor Ryan Bear got 2 false starts. I feel bad. He's out there banging his head. Again, he's not trying. Nobody's trying to do that. But we're back behind the sticks, and
So even with a bye week, you're not even thinking about a quarterback change at all?
I'm going to reevaluate where we are. I see a lot of things that need to change on offense. We got 9 first downs. Like, it's hard to win a football game. We got 2 explosive plays. That's all we got. So we got to look at what we're doing, how we're doing it, and fix it. And that's my job as head coach, to fix it. So it doesn't come down to one guy. It's everybody. It's a team of loss, period. And that's kind of what it is, honestly.
Pat, by that point, how much do you kind of look into Frank Cignetti's evaluation as far as how he's game planning, what he's planning, and just the system going forward? As you mentioned, you have a bye week to figure that out, so to speak.
We got a bye week to figure it out. We got to figure out what we do well, what we don't do well, stop doing what we don't do well, and do something better. And we got to obviously change some things up, and that's what we'll do in the open week. Is try to figure out what we got to do to get first downs and touchdowns. Again, you're packing the box, and what you saw to Bub, and then obviously Bub's out. You know, I thought a late hit out of bounds, but you know, we didn't call that. But you know, we'll look at it. But you know, that big post is what we saw during camp. That was a heck of a throw by Phil, and you know, that's what they gave us, and we knew that from the first series they were giving it to us. The second series, like, okay, here we go. And then they just mixed it up from there. We didn't do a good job of coming back and doing what we could do.
Last
Typically,
week you
you-
talked about how this team has no quit. Did you feel that they displayed that today?
Yeah, you know, I don't think there's any quit out there. The kids are playing their tails off. I mean, our defense didn't quit. I mean, they're moving the ball, and again, it's not like these, you know, gigantic plays. It's, you know, they just led us slow lead, and you know, we couldn't get off the field defensively either. I mean, we couldn't get off the field, and that doesn't, you know, doesn't help your offense when you're not on the field. You know, when you're going through 15-play drives, takes from the 10 all the way down, kick a field goal. In the third quarter, fourth quarter, whatever quarter that was. I guess it was in the fourth quarter. We just couldn't get off the field defensively. They, you know, again, I give Drones, you know, I give them credit.
Pat, typically a scoop and score like Braylon had that cuts the deficit to what it was one score game. That would bring a lot of momentum to a team. Do you feel like your team sees that momentum, or did you feel that momentum come through on the sideline?
I thought they seized the momentum. I mean, you know, our guys were excited on the sideline. You know, we just didn't do anything about it. You know, we didn't take advantage of it. We had, you know, we quieted them down just for a second there, but you know, I'd have to, you know, I don't remember what happened on that next series after that, but you know, I'm assuming it was another 3 and out and a punt. So.
This is the worst start of your career here at Pitt. I mean, is this the biggest challenge you faced as a head coach? You know, being faced to turn things around here.
No question about it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's you know, we haven't been in this position, and you know, every week's a challenge, and you know, we got to take it. You know, it's what we did, and it's how we're playing right now. And you know, I mean, the second touchdown's, you know, we have a 10-yard punt. Like, you know, what is going on here? And you go from a 56-yard punt to a 10-yard punt. I mean, you got a 45-yard drive for a touchdown, you know, with short fields. So that's what it was.
Take one more.
Got 8 penalties today again. I mean, what needs to happen for that to stop?
Yeah, well,
You guys.
again, I don't know what they were. I don't have a list in front of me, but you know, I'm assuming probably 4 false starts of the 8. We had, you know, a unsportsmanlike on a hit on the quarterback, which I didn't see anything wrong with it. You know, trying to think of the other penalties. You can read them off. I can tell you what I thought of them. But I thought, you know, overall it was a well officiated game. You know, I don't know about the tackle on the quarterback. I don't know. So those are the ones, those penalties there, the unsportsmanlike ones bother me. And I didn't see it from the field.
Coach, thank you very much. We'll
Thanks,
have,
Pat.